In this video, we're going to be looking at request for quote. So as a buyer, we'll log in and we'll see all the different options available to us. We'll select the most appropriate and then we'll start filling in the form. So we'll enter our name and we'll say a requested date. And now as we move through the form, we will see tool tips to help us along the way. So we'll carry on and we'll fill in our properties of the label, put in our dimensions, set our winding directions, change anything we need, like the adhesive in this case, and select our finishing of how many labels per core. We can also capture non-production information, such as here, agreement to our terms and conditions. So now we start adding in our quantities. And once we've completed this, we can now submit to the supplier. We get a quick summary, so we can see the details that we've got, and we can even see the elements details, and we can see it's now set at waiting. As the print supplier, we can now see a list of all the RFQs submitted, and we can open each one. We can review the details, all the information that's been populated by the buyer, and we can also see the quantities that they've asked for prices against. So we can go in and we can enter our quantities, but we could also add an extra quantity if we wish to, and we can put a figure in, and we can then put a message back to the buyer to say, in this case, why we've actually done so. Now we can also set the expiry date, and if we had an RFQ that had a lot of quantities on, we can export and import those from a spreadsheet. So now we can submit that and it goes back to the buyer. So the buyer now can log into the website and they can see all their RFQs. They can also see them with the different statuses as well. So we can see at the top there that our inquiry has now got a status of quoted, which means we've got our prices back. So we can view the RFQ, we can see our details, we see our quantities and the prices, and we can also see the message that's actually been sent back to us from the actual supplier concerning why we'd actually add the extra price. So the buyer will now select the appropriate quantity and they'll add extra information such as their cost center, and they can then add that to the basket where it will be now added to the other item that we added in there earlier. And now they can proceed through the checkout process as standard within Core Print.